जय नित्यानंद, जय द्वैत चंद्र, जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य, जय नित्यानंद, जय द्वैत चंद्र, जय गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hey Krishna, dear devotees, we read the 50 qualities that are present in totality in the Supreme Lord, and these 50 qualities are fragmentally present in every living entity, but no living entity has them in full, in totality. When a human being is completely spiritually free and situated in his original position, all these qualities can be perceived in him in minute quantity. In Krishna, however, they exist in totality. There are 5 other transcendental qualities mentioned below, which can be seen in Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, and partially in Lord Shiva also, but they are not visible in ordinary living entities. So, the above 50 qualities, they are present fragmentally in all the living entities, but these 5 qualities, they are present in Lord Vishnu, and they are partially present in Lord Shiva, but they are not present or visible in ordinary living entities. These qualities are as follows. He is always situated in his original condition. He is omniscient. He is evergreen or always fresh. He is eternally blissful. He is the master of all perfection. So, Lord Vishnu, he is always situated in his original condition. Lord Vishnu is never impacted by any external force or any material energies. He is omniscient. He is always present everywhere, and he is aware of everything. So he is omniscient. He is evergreen or always fresh. Lord Vishnu is never tired, or Lord Vishnu is never uh, old. But the living entities, ordinary living entities, they become old, or sometimes they may feel tired. So we see that they are not always fresh. And Lord Vishnu, or the Supreme Lord Krishna, is eternally blissful. The living entities, they go through ups and downs. They are not always blissful. Sometimes happy, sometimes distressed. But Lord Vishnu is eternally blissful. Satchid Ananda. He is the master of all perfection. So first point is perfection. Living entities, no, none of the living entities are perfect, but the Supreme Lord is the master of all perfection. Besides these 5 transcendental characteristics, there are 5 others which can be seen in the spiritual sky, especially in Vaikuntha planets, where Narayan is the predominating deity. These are, first, he has inconceivable potencies. So, um, so these 5 transcendental characteristics, they are especially present in the Vaikuntha planets. In the Vaikuntha planets, Narayan is the predominating deity. Lord Krishna is in Golok Vrindavan, which is above the Vaikuntha planets. And in the Vaikuntha planets, Lord Narayan is predominating deity. So what are these special characteristics? He has conceivable potencies. He is able to sustain innumerable universes. He is the seed of all incarnations. He grants the highest perfection to those enemies whom he kills. So when the Supreme Lord, when he kills the demons, then they attain the highest perfection. Those demons, they get liberated. They attain the highest perfection. And he is attracted to the self-realized persons. The above mentioned 60 qualities are visible in Lord Narayan, but Krishna has four special qualities, which are: he is able to manifest wonderful pastimes. He is expert at transcendental flute playing. We do not see that Narayan is playing the flute. It's not that Lord Narayan cannot play the flute. Lord Narayan is non-different from is is an expansion of the Supreme Lord. But Lord Narayan does not exhibit this quality, this special quality. This is only for Krishna. Krishna plays the flute and he is expert at transcendental flute playing. And he manifests wonderful pastimes, various pastimes. Sometimes in Gokul, in Mathura, we see so many pastimes with his Gopa friends, with his parents, with his Gopi friends, with the cowherd boys, with the with his cows. So various wonderful pastimes. Third is he is surrounded by loving devotees. So Krishna is always surrounded by his loving devotees and beautiful pastimes happen. The reciprocation of Lord Krishna and his loving devotees, they are always exhibiting various pastimes. He possesses unparalleled personal beauty. Lord Krishna is the most beautiful, most attractive. So, unparalleled personal beauty. And that is special quality of Krishna. So, these four qualities are only exhibited by Krishna. Thus, Krishna has 64 transcendental qualities. Srimati Radharani has 25 transcendental qualities with which she can control even Krishna. Krishna has 64 transcendental qualities and 25 transcendental qualities possessed by Srimati Radharani. And with these 25 qualities, Srimati Radharani can control even Krishna. Her transcendental qualities are as follows. First, she is sweetness personified. Second, she is a fresh young girl. Third, her eyes are always moving. Fourth, she is always brightly smiling. Fifth, she possesses all auspicious marks on her body. Sixth, she can agitate Krishna by the aroma of her person. Seventh, she is expert in the art of singing. Eighth, she speaks very nicely and sweetly. Ninth, she is expert in presenting feminine attractions. 10th, she is modest and gentle. 11th, she is always very merciful. 12th, she is transcendentally cunning. Transcendentally cunning. 13th, she knows how to dress nicely. 14th, she is always shy. 15th, she is always respectful. 16th, she is always patient. 17th, she is very grave. 18th, she is enjoyed by Krishna. 19th, she is always situated on the highest devotional platform. 20. She is the abode of love of the residents of Gokul. 21. She can give shelter to all kinds of devotees. 22. She is always affectionate to superiors and inferiors. 23. She is always obliged by the dealings of her associates. 24. She is the greatest among Krishna's Sakhis. 25. She always keeps Krishna under her control. Hari Bol. Thus, Krishna and Srimati Radharani are both transcendentally qualified and they attract one another. They are both transcendental. One should not think that Srimati Radharani is some ordinary girl and just like the material world, we see beautiful girls, she is also beautiful and therefore Krishna is attracted. No, we should never, never think like that. Srimati Radharani is so Krishna is the supreme energy and Srimati Radharani is, Krishna is the supreme energetic, the source, and Srimati Radharani is the supreme energy. So we should never consider it to be some materialistic uh, level of attraction and such things. They are both transcendentally qualified and they attract one another. But Srimati Radharani's transcendental attractiveness is greater than Krishna's. For Srimati Radharani's attractiveness is the transcendental taste in conjugal love. Similarly, there are transcendental tastes in servitorship, friendship, and other relationships with Krishna. These can be described with reference to the context of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Persons who have been thoroughly cleansed by devotional service. So, when somebody does devotional service, when one is engaged in devotional service, they become cleansed. Cleansed of what? Cleansed of all our um, anarthas. So, whatever faults we have, whatever imperfections we have, the impurities that we have, which we are carrying from many previous birth, the conditionings, the way we have lived our life in our previous birth, the activities that we have done, the kind of thought process we have carried forward, all of that is like a baggage that we are carrying. And when one is engaged in devotional service to Lord Krishna, all this baggage starts getting cleared. So, persons who have been thoroughly cleansed by devotional service and are always joyful. A person who is carrying a baggage is always stressed, distressed, is always worried, anxious, suffering in anxiety. But somebody who is cleansed by devotional service, they are always joyful. And such persons, being situated in elevated consciousness, who are very much attached to studying Srimad Bhagavatam, who are always cheerful in the association of devotees, who have accepted the lotus feet of Lord Krishna as the ultimate shelter of their lives, and who are pleased to perform all the details of devotional service. All the details of devotional service means the the limbs of devotional service, and they want to perform it very nicely with fully absorbed into tiny details. Such devotees have in their pure hearts the transcendental ecstasy of attachment, which has been developed through old and new reformatory practices. That ecstatic state of being enriched with love of Krishna and transcendental experience gradually develops into the mature bliss of spiritual life. So we will pause here, and Krishna willing, we'll continue reading from tomorrow. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रीला गुरु महाराज की जय. हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि.
Hari
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 Bol.
Bol.
Haribo.
Lakshita, you have a question?
Yes. So you mentioned that
Hari.
about the cunningness. I was not
Transcend.
clear with that aspect. Like
Yes,
some.
that is transcendental cunningness of Srimati Radharani. So if we see Krishna, now Krishna is also very cunning. What kind of cunning? Now, when Srimati Radharani and all her friends, um, they want to pluck flowers, say from the gardens. Krishna will come dressed as a king's servant, and he will say that, oh, how are you plucking flowers from here? You have to pay tax for this. Or they want to take water from Yamuna, and Krishna will say, you have to pay tax for taking water from Yamuna. So Srimati Radharani, she's transcendently cunning. If Krishna is transcendently cunning, Radharani is more transcendently cunning. So Srimati Radharani will say, why should I pay you tax? This Yamuna, or it belongs to all of us, all the residents of this place. So why should I pay you tax? And when did it even start? So like that, they will have transcendental debates and arguments, and all of these things are happening because this is transcendental pastime. to increase the what do you say, the madhurya, the ecstatic emotions between Radharani and Krishna for their madhurya ras. So the purpose behind all the pastimes is to increase that ecstasy. So when such things are happening, then Krishna is feel, many times, even in the material platform, sometimes we get so impressed when we see that somebody is debating so nicely. We feel so impressed that, wow, this person is so intelligent. So now just imagine, in this mundane material world also these things happen. Now we are speaking of the spiritual world, and everything that we see in this material world, we discussed this previously also, is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Everything exists in the spiritual world. So in the spiritual world also, to increase that ecstasy, such kind of spiritual arguments happen, and that increases Krishna's ecstasy, that, wow, Srimati Radharani, she's so intelligent, she's so beautiful. So Krishna is getting more ecstatic, and Srimati Radharani, therefore, she's called transcendentally cunning, and she knows how to, um, all these chalaki of Krishna that Krishna is trying to do. Radharani knows how to control Krishna. Radharani knows how to, because Radharani always wins. Krishna cannot win in front of Srimati Radharani. So Radharani knows how to make Krishna lose, and that is transcendental win and lose. And Krishna wants to lose for Srimati Radharani. That is the transcendental pastime. That is Madhurya Ras. So of course these are very deeper topics, and I do not want to get deeper, or I don't think this is the right platform to share certain pastimes. But I just tried to give some information by it's just to explain that the quality. So does that answer your question, Lakshita?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.